Hello, everyone. It's Raleigh, and it's July the 8th. We've just gotten through the weekend for the 4th of July. I don't know about you, but I had a good time. Got sunburned riding my bike, but it was good. It was relaxing. So this is July the 8th, and we're up to Module 5 in the course. As you can see, the structure of the course here looks the same as what you're used to, and that's one of the things that I try to do when I'm designing a course. I try to be consistent so that the flow and the rhythm of the course is predictable from one week to the next. The only thing that's really different this week is that this is the week where I ask you to start building your course. If you are going to build a course, if you're receiving a stipend and you are going to build a course, the due dates, we have due dates. We have August the 9th, and that's when you have to have the start here, course orientation, and the two learning modules built by August the 9th. And I'm here to help you with that if you need it. So let's set up an appointment and get together. Um, I will also remind you that I've given you the template, and the template is not set in stone. I want to emphasize that. The template is a starting point for course design. It offers suggestions for how you might approach it. But the point is that the template also adheres to a lot of the quality matter standards, and it's also ADA compliant. Americans with Disabilities Act. In other words, people who have disabilities can use screen readers or whatever to navigate through the course. Another thing about the course template is that it is consistent in the way it's constructed, the way it's laid out. So that's a big plus for ADA also. All right, so getting back to our due date reminders, you have August the 9th that you have to have the course ready, uh, completed, those two modules. And you have August the 26th where the course needs to be reviewed, uh, just to make sure that we're sticking to some standards. And November the 29th is when the course has to be completed completely. In other words, all the modules have to be finished. So again, if you need help, here is my email address, and that's with the instructional design aspect, the template, trying to massage things into the template or to approach it from a different angle. And then we have the course training with Andrea Cardenas. She is the one who can do deep Canvas training with you. I can help you with most of the Canvas training, but if you have some really deep things that you want to talk about, like special uses of the gradebook or whatever, you can talk to Andrea. So let me go back a screen. Again, this week we're on Module 5, QM Standard 5, and it's pretty consistent. It's everything that you've been doing. You're applying the Quality Matters standard. You're going to have a little quiz. You'll have a discussion, and then you'll move on to QM Standard 6. All right, so it starts to change. The rhythm of the course starts to change with Module 6, and that's next week, July the 15th. So you'll notice that you have your overview and your specific review standards, your quiz, and your discussion. But at this point, I'm not asking you to apply the QM standard to this course. We're going to let that go. I think you've got enough practice with doing that. And on top of that, QM standard 6 is not that difficult. Okay, it's just not that much that you have to think about. And I'm not going to go into why right here, but we don't have to practice applying that standard, is the short of what I'm trying to tell you. Same thing goes for standard 7. You notice you have overview, a review of the standard, quiz, discussion, but you have no applying the standard assignment required of you. And so what this does, not asking you to apply this standard, frees you up with time. Now you can work on your course. Now you can spend more time trying to build out your course modules that we talked about. Same thing goes for Standard 8. Now, I said that these standards are not necessarily um, that challenging. Standards 6 and 7 are not, especially, but Standard 8 you do need to pay attention to. Standard 8 is about accessibility and usability in online courses. And what that means is for people with disabilities, this information is very important for you and for them. And so I will ask you to read through the accessibility techniques and take the quiz. It's going to take a little bit more uh, reading on this, but not much, maybe a page or two. So, in review of what I just said, we are at week 5, and you're going to work through standard 5. And this is the opportunity or the point at which you start building your course. If you need help with that, you call me or you email me. Standard 6, Standard 7 are not that big a deal. Um, you have time to build your course during these 2 weeks. Standard 8, you need to pay attention to. And I'll revisit all of this with you week by week as we move through the next few weeks. But you're almost done with this course. And I appreciate your being on task with this. Some of you are not really engaging, and I'm a little concerned about that. But most of you are engaging with the course, and I appreciate that. And I think we've got something to talk about at the end of all this. When we're done with all of this QM stuff and building a course, we'll have the ability to talk about this kind of stuff as a group better, you know, and maybe we can come up with something better than what you just experienced. But we can't do that unless you all participate. Okay? I'm going to leave it at that and hope you have a good week. Please call me. Please, I'm asking you, please call me if you have any questions about building your course or if you just want to sit down and brainstorm something. That's why I'm here. All right. Take care, and we'll talk later.